Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Ananda Musira and my partner
Sulthan Arazaf. We are from Fatih Bilingual Junior High School.
We conduct research in the field of biology with the title
Use of cockpit, waste and baggage into ready-use rock wool or rock. Cockpit contains a lot of contents such as lignin, cellulose and hemicellulose, so that cockpit can absorb water very well.
Generally, cockpit can be used as handicraft, fuel, organic fertilizer, and much more. As a fertilizer, cockpit can be nutrient for plants.
Baggage has a very high carbon content, namely hemicellulose, cellulose, and lignin. The presence of cellulose and lignin contents makes the pulp potently a carbon source that can be used a growing medium that has important nutrient and can also increase soil pH level.
So, in this project, our research objectives are knowing the effectiveness of cockpit and baggage as rock wool, knowing how to print ready-made rock wool, knowing the right composition to make rock wool.
In our experiment, there was several stages, namely the preparation of baggage, preparation of cockpit, precision of baggage and cockpit using adhesive, printing, and sample analysis.
Sample analysis includes heat cracking test, water resistance test, absorption test, and planting test using mustard greens.
The first step of making rock wool is preparation of cockpit and baggage. Cockpit and baggage is dried for 24 hours to make it easier to take cockpit by using the fork. We trace the cockpit and baggage until it is enough to use.
Rock wool is made by weighting 20 grams of baggage and 20 grams of cockpit, then mixed with adhesive. The adhesive consists of 3 experimental designs: 50 grams, 100 grams, and 150 grams, respectively. This experimental design was determined after a preliminary test for the minimum volume of adhesive that was able to glue 20 grams of baggage and 20 grams of cockpit.
Next sample analysis. After shaping, we will test for cracking against heat. Each of the finished variation of rock wool is placed in a container, then left under the sun for 2 days. Here are rock wool with the 3 variations of adhesive after drying for 2 days.
After being left for 2 days at room temperature, all the rock wool had absolutely no cracks on each rock wool, which had adhesive content of 50 grams, 100 grams, and 150 grams.
Furthermore, rock wool was tested for its resistance in water. This test was conducted to find out how strong the tapioca adhesive was in bonding the baggage of cockpit particles. Rock wool is immersed in a container of water until it sinks. Then it is left for 24 hours. Here is rock wool with 3 variations of adhesive after soaking for 24 hours.
Rock wool 50 grams of adhesive did not change much, just a little loss of particles. Rock wool with 100 grams adhesive experienced cracks in one rock wool. This was due to the lack of pressure during shaping. The fiber from rock wool expands slightly as it absorbs water. Rock wool with 150 grams adhesive experienced loss in all 3 rock wool. This was due to the large amount of adhesive used, so that the adhesive dissolved back in the water and separate the cockpit particles and baggage particles.
So, it can be concluded that the most appropriate adhesive composition in rock wool 50 grams, where not many rock wool particles fall out in the water.
Move on to the next test, rock wool absorption test. The purpose of the test is to know how much water can be absorbed by Rokobo. Here is the Rokobo absorption data table.
From the table shown, the highest percentage of water absorption is 83.5% by Rokobo with 50 grams of adhesive.
The next stage is the final test, namely the planting test using mustard greens. Rokobo is arranged in a tray. Given a hole, put one seed in each hole and water every morning.
After 1 week, there are no seeds germinating in Rokobo. Instead, the seed and Rokobo are covered with mushroom. This was because the Rokobo was too moist that the mushroom grew faster than the germination of the seed.
We repeat the planting of seeds without watering every day. Here is the result after 5 days. The seed is germinating in Rokobo.
After completing all the sample analysis, we conclude that the best Rokobo is the Rokobo with 50 grams of adhesive with 83% of water absorption and only a little bit loose in water after 24 hours.
Rock wool can be shaped in a cube-shaped container and pressed firmly after the cocoa pit and baggers fill the container. Rokobo is considered effective because it can be grown by green mustard seeds in all variations of Rokobo.
That was the end of our presentation. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.